Okay, welcome. This is yoga. So if you have a block and a strap or a ring, go ahead and have that near you. If you don't, it's okay. You don't need it. All right, so we're gonna start with our legs out nice and long in front of us. Take your hands next to your side and then push into the ground like you're trying to push up off of the mat with your seat bones. Keeping your spine nice and straight. Stay here a moment, just feeling into your breath, feeling the crown of your head rise up. Good. 3 more deep breaths. And on your next exhalation, slowly start folding down. Start walking your hands out in front of you. Wiggle those seat bones, and then see how far you can reach. Maybe you can even reach your toes. Stay here and just breathe. Wiggle a little bit more so you can get even deeper into those seat bones. See if you can fold in a little bit more with the exhalation. Let your back around here. Stretching through the back, through the legs. 3 more deep breaths. And then slowly start walking your hands all the way back behind you. The forearms come onto the ground. Keep your legs straight and see if you can lift up your hips and look towards your toes. So it's going to be a little bit of a throat crunch. Those hips are lifted. Good. 3 more deep breaths. And now lower your hips down and then look all the way back behind you. Let your shoulders come up by your ears to cradle your neck. Try to stretch out even your throat and your chest. Good. 2 more deep breaths. And on your exhalation, bring your chin back into your chest. Bring yourself up. Place both feet flat onto the ground, and we're going to come into a reverse table. Come up high. Squeeze your glutes. Get up as high as you can. Hold here. Good. 2 more deep breaths. And now make sure your arms are a little bit wider than your shoulders. And we're going to rock our hips all the way back, fold into it, and then place your hands back by your hips. Come into that table position. So there's a little bit of movement here. Forward fold, reach towards your feet. Take a breath. On the exhale, transition with your hands in line with your shoulders and lift up into that reverse table. Lower down, reach forward, lift up, reverse table. Try to take a breath every time that you're in the forward fold, and then every time that you're in that reverse table. You could take more than 1 breath if you wanted to through the transition. Good. This is a nice way to warm up through the back, through the hamstrings. Good. We're here about 20 more seconds. Just keep moving through this. Feel your transitions as we move through. Try to go about 1 more time. All the way through. And the next time you come into your forward fold, stay back into this forward fold. Wiggle those seat bones. Just rock right to left so you get nice and deep into it. See if you can keep holding onto those toes. Inhale, lift up your chest. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, lift up the chest. Exhale, fold it down. Now, if you can't reach your toes, just reach wherever you can onto your legs. It could be onto the shins or onto the knees or just onto the lap. And while you're here, feel free to wiggle those seat bones side to side to get even deeper into this. Good, about 5 more deep breaths. Good, one more, all the way through. And we're gonna end with our chest lifted. Just stay here with that chest lifted, as opposed to the rounded spine. You want a straight spine. Again, if you can reach the toes or just wherever you can on your legs, lift up that chin and just breathe here. 5 deep breaths. Breathe your belly button in towards your spine. Good, and then walk your hands up your legs, bring the soles of your feet together in that butterfly or Supta Baddha Konasana. And then just start floating those legs like the wings on a butterfly. Make sure that you're all the way up close towards your heels as possible. Move your head so your spine can get nice and straight. You can relax your eyes in a comfortable gaze, or you can close your eyes. You can be here about 5 deep breaths. Good, one more deep breath in. And on your exhalation, just extend your right leg all the way up to the side as far as you can. Your left leg, keep it with you. Press onto your bent knee with your left hand and your right hand is onto your heel. And we're just going to shift down over toward the right side and up. If it's not comfortable for you to put your knee like that, you could put a block under your knee or a pillow or something. Otherwise, we're just gonna keep shifting all the way down, like you're reaching toward that right leg, and then up. You should start feeling a stretch coming into your inner thigh, especially when you go down. Good, about 3 more of these, and then we're gonna stay reaching down. Good, and the next time that you come down, stay here, we're still pressing the left knee down with our left hand. See if you can reach onto your foot with your right hand. Now, because you're pressing this knee down, you should feel the stretch through the side body and the back right here, and all the way into the inner thigh on the right leg. Good. Keep pressing this left knee down, reaching toward your right hand. 5 more deep breaths. Good. 1 more deep breath. And now we're going to take our right hand, place the hand down so your forearm is right in front of you. That left arm reaches all the way towards your right leg. And then see if you can catch your foot with a strap or your hand. Keep pressing down with the right hand in front of you. 5 more deep breaths. exhalation, slowly come up. We're gonna come into a side plank. So the left arm is gonna come all the way down onto the ground. See if you can lift up, just lift up. It's more like a half moon. Lift up onto your knee and stretch out your right arm and right leg. Stay here and just breathe. Balancing for right now. We're gonna take it a little bit deeper in about 5 deep breaths. Good, now take this right foot and all the way, stretch it all the way back, set it down. And then reach up, open up the chest. Good, 3 more deep breaths. Good, and on the exhalation, slowly unwind it. And we'll find that butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana, and then we'll come to our other side. So bring those soles of your feet together, start butterflying your legs, make sure you come out nice and high towards your seat bones, the heels towards your seat bones. And then when you're ready, yes, just butterfly those legs, move your head around, breathe. Good. While we're here, let's ground our energy. Just feeling like those seat bones are going down deep into the earth, neutralizing with the center of the earth. And then feel that energy coming from the center of the earth all the way up through our seat bones, through the crown of our head, into the central sun. And then feel your energy neutralize with the sun energy, warming you, filling you with love and light. And then bringing that energy into your heart center. And just letting it rest there in perfect balance. Good, and now we'll come into our other side. Sometimes it's really good to ground your energy. All right, so this time we have our left leg out to the side, right leg stays with us. And placing your right hand onto your knee, left hand onto your heel. Inhaling up, exhaling down. You might feel more tight on one side than the other. I'm just now noticing I'm feeling more tight on my left leg. And that's one of the reasons that this dynamic movement is really good before we just go straight into the stretch, because it allows us to feel, or we might have some resistance that we hadn't noticed before. And it's just like our muscles are like a rubber band. So we're just warming up that elasticity before we stay and stretch into it. Good. Let's take about 3 more, moving with the breath, and then we'll just stay into it. Too good. And then the next time that we're down here, just stay down, keep pressing your right hand onto your right knee, and then see if you can reach towards your foot. And then again, you should start feeling a stretch through the side body right here, because we're pressing this right knee down and we're reaching toward the left leg. 5 more deep breaths here, and then we'll do our twisting motion. This is really good. This is stretching even your internal organs. So remember to drink water after yoga. You can let that exhalation take you deeper if you want, or just stay into it. 3 more deep breaths. Good, and then when you're ready, placing that left hand right out in front of you, look up toward the ceiling. Your right arm is going to start trying to reach toward your foot. I'm going to try to get a strap here. See, I'm definitely more tight on this side. Feel free to use that strap or ring to help you Good, 3 more deep breaths. And on your exhalation, gently release, unwind yourself and cross your legs right in front of you so that you can rock up into a tabletop position. With those knees nice and wide, at least as wide as your hips, those hands in line with your shoulders. And then when you're ready, start moving through your cat-cow. Rounding and arcing, making little movements along the way. It doesn't have to just be forward and back. It can be side to side. Good. About 3 more deep breaths. And then coming into this rounded spine, stay here and sway around into it. Feel the low back, feel through the shoulders, stretch, breathe. Good, and then when you're ready, just go the other way if you haven't already. And coming back to neutral, curl your toes, press it into a down dog, and walk your dog, or you could just hold your down dog if you want. But it's our first down dog of the day, so I usually like to walk my dog when I'm doing that first down dog of the day. Keeping those shoulders open, fingers wide, straighten up through the back. If at any time you needed to, you could move back into your child's pose or cat-cow. All right, now if it's comfortable, just stay with me in this down dog. Take your right hand and reach toward your left ankle. So it's opposite hand to ankle. We're in that down dog and our right hand just reaches all the way over to the left ankle. And then see if you can look up through the arm into the ceiling. Three more deep breaths. Good, and then just switch sides. Again, if this is too much for you, you could take a break and come back into table. Keep breathing, 3 more deep breaths. Then on your exhalation, place both hands back out in front of you. Start walking your hands back toward your feet. Placing your hands either onto your shins or onto your thighs. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bow down. We're going to take a few of these. Just inhaling, looking up. Exhaling, bowing down. Try to keep your feet in line with your hips. Good. And then the next time that you're in your forward fold, just stay here and hug in. Hug in. Stretch out hamstrings. That blood is going down to your head. Good. 1 more deep breath. On the exhalation, start bringing your heels and your knees together. We're going to come into a chair pose. So you have about a fist distance in between the toes. And then slowly let the blood start coming back toward your head. You can come into a short stop position. When you're ready, bring those palms to your heart center, thumbs to your heart. Tuck in your tailbone and just sit here in your chair. Good. Breathe, 5 more deep breaths, and then we're gonna twist it. Good, deep breath in. On the exhalation, right elbow to the left leg, twist. Look up to the ceiling. Let that right arm help you twist. Good, and on your exhalation, unwind it to the other side. That left elbow on your right leg. Use that left arm to help you. Breathe here. The exhalation can take you deeper if you like that. Good, 2 more deep breaths. And on your exhalation, gently unwind it. Slowly coming up, step to the top of your mat if you're not already. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Lean back as you press your hips forward. On your exhalation, swan dive down. Hands come under your shoulders and find your plank line, stepping or jumping. Good, deep breath in. Exhale, bend those elbows as you lower down. Point your toes, place your hands low in the rib cage, and lift into your cobra or your up dog. Exhale, curl your toes, down dog. We're going to take a few sun salutations here. If you wanted to move ahead of me, you can. I like to stay in my down dog at least 3 to 5 deep breaths. Good, and when you're ready, bend those knees, step or jump all the way up towards your hands. Place those hands either on the shins or the thighs. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bow down. And then take your time rolling up through the vertebrae, coming into that standing position. Inhaling, reaching your arms up. Praise the sun, deep breath in. Ooh. Exhale, lower down. Plank line. Good, deep breath. Exhale, lower. Point those toes, hands low in the rib cage as you lift up, breathe. Good. Stretch, make it feel really good for you. And then find that down dog. Get nice and deep. Push into the seat bones, into the heels, widen those fingers, open up through the shoulders. Good, 2 more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, bend those knees, step or jump all the way up towards your hands. Place those hands on the legs. Inhale, look up. Exhale, lower down. And then round yourself up, reaching all the way up. Good, lowering down in that swan dive. Plank line, deep breath. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths. We'll go one more time around. Good. When you're ready, bend those knees. Shift the weight back so you can step or jump forward, hands onto the legs. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bow down. And then slowly round up through the spine, reaching those arms all the way up. Good. Exhale, swan dive down. Plank line. Deep breath. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And we're meeting in that down dog. 5 more deep breaths here. And then we're going to come into a warrior series. Good, and then on your next exhalation, step your right foot forward, take your left foot out to an angle. Slowly start finding your warrior one, palms touch at the top. Make sure that your hips are both pointed forward, tucking that tailbone lower down. You can interlace the outer three fingers and point your index finger up. Good, 2 more deep breaths. And on that exhalation, right arm forward, left arm back. Take that left arm back like somebody's pulling it behind you. Sink nice and low. Breathe here. Good. And on the exhalation, put all the weight onto your right foot and then start bringing the left leg back behind you into a warrior three. Point the fingers forward. I needed to use the ball to help me get there. So if you need to, you can use a prop. Flex your foot behind you. 3 more deep breaths. And on your exhalation, slowly step both feet back under your hips. Inhaling, reaching your arms up. Deep breath as you lean back. And then exhale as you swan dive down. Hands come under your shoulders, step or jump into that plank line. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And then find that down dog position. We'll stay there 5 breaths and then step our left foot forward. Okay, on your next exhalation, step the left foot forward. That right foot goes out to an angle, coming into your warrior one when you're ready. Point both hips forward, interlace the outer 3 fingers, and just breathe here. 3 more deep breaths. And when you're ready, moving into that warrior two, right arm behind you, left arm forward. Imagine somebody's pulling that right arm behind you, and then sink even lower, maybe even widen your stance. Good. 3 more deep breaths here. When you're ready, both arms come forward. All of the weight is on this front foot. And then lift up that back right leg. Flex the foot. You can interlace those bottom 3 fingers and just gaze at a spot that's not moving. 3 more deep breaths. And then stepping both feet in line with the hips. Good. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Big deep breath in. Exhale, hands under your shoulders, swan dive down. Find that plank line. Good. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower. Point those toes, hands come low on the rib cage. Lift it up. And on the exhalation, curl the toes, downward facing dog. This is going to be our last down dog of the day. So you can choose to walk it or just hold and press and breathe into it. 5 more deep breaths. Good, and on your next exhalation, lower your knees all the way down in a wide position. And then heels come together. We're gonna press into just an extended arm child's pose. Reach those arms forward, place your forehead onto a surface, either the mat or a block. Keep pressing all of your weight back towards that low back. Breathe into it. When you're ready, walk it all the way over to the right side. Tiptoe as far as you comfortably can. And then you have the option to stack the left hand on top of the right. And then tiptoe all the way over to the left side. As far as comfortable, with the option to stack your right hand on your left. Good, one more deep breath in. And on your exhalation, bring it back to center. And then lift yourself so that you can take your legs right out in front of you. Find, if you have a block, find your block along the way. And we're gonna keep our knees bent and lower onto our back. Finding this block. Lift your hips up. If you don't have a block, you could either just not use a block or you could put a pillow or a book or something. So we're just gonna let all of our energy sink down onto that block. Let your arms open up with the palms facing up and just breathe. If you didn't have a block, you could just be onto your seat bones and your back flat onto the ground. Just breathe here a moment. Good, one more deep breath in. And now lift up your hips, remove the block if you do have a block there, and then start walking your shoulders together so you can interlace your fingers behind you. Lifting up as high as you can. Breathe here, 5 deep breaths. And on your exhalation, slowly release the hands from behind you and then lower your hips all the way down onto the ground. Cross your right ankle over your left knee and then take your left leg. So we're coming into a figure 4 stretch here. Use that right elbow to gently press onto your right leg, and then you have the option to circle the ankle on the left side. Just keep hugging in to that left leg. Right foot stays flexed. Good breathing. Should be feeling a stretch through the IT band on that right side. And then if you are circling your left ankle, whenever you're ready, if you haven't already, you could reverse the direction of that circle. Good, and now just fully cross the right leg over the left leg. Take both of your ankles. So it's gonna be right hand, left ankle, left hand, right ankle. Your legs are still crossed and you're just holding onto your ankles. Keep your feet flexed and then gentle little movements. Feeling any resistance, any tension. Breathing into it. Good. And now just stay with a neutral spine. Flex those feet and then keep holding onto your ankles, but pretend like you're trying to resist away from it. So I don't want you to just passively be in this stretch. I want you to resist out of it, like you're trying to make a muscle with your legs or stretch your legs away from you, but you're holding onto your ankles. And then breathe here. 3 more deep breaths. Good, and now you can release the hands from the legs, but keep your legs crossed. We're gonna take a twist. Both legs are gonna go over to the left. If you need to, you could put a block under your legs. Let your arms tee out and look the opposite direction that your legs are going. So legs to the left, look to the right. Try to keep your shoulder grounded. And on your exhalation, we're going the other direction with the legs. So just take those legs over to the right and look to the left. Those arms are still out into a T position. Look the opposite direction. Good, one more deep breath in. And on your exhalation, bring it back to center. Find that ring or a strap or like even just like a sock or something. And then hook your right foot onto the ring. Your left leg, it could be bent or it could be long, whatever is more comfortable. And then just take a few bend and lengthens. Every time you lengthen, you can give it a little pulse in if that feels good. Remember to breathe while you're here. And the next time that your leg is long, just stay here and breathe into it, hug into it. If you wanted to, you could even move it around a little bit. 5 more deep breaths. Good, and then we'll switch sides, starting with the left ankle over the right knee in our figure 4 stretch. Hug it in, that right leg, use your left elbow to deepen that stretch, and then with that option to rotate the right ankle. Good, and if you are rotating the ankle, you can go both ways. Good, and then fully cross the right or the left leg over the right leg with our feet flexed, hold onto your ankles, and then just little gentle movements, feeling into any resistance. Good, about 2 more deep breaths here. Notice where you might feel any resistance. And then keep your spine nice and long and neutral. Flex those feet, and then we're gonna add that resistance stretching here, where you're making a muscle with your legs, like you're trying to take your legs out, but your hands are holding your legs down. And breathe while you're here. Good, 2 more deep breaths. Good, and then just relax the legs, but keep them crossed, starting with both legs going over to the right side. If you needed to, put a block under your knees, let your arms just come out into a T position and look the opposite way that the legs are going. Feel this gentle twist. Breathing. Try to keep the shoulders both planted onto the ground. Good, one more breath. And the exhalation takes us to the other side, just rotating those legs, pointing to the left side, arms tee out and look to the right. Try not to let the shoulders lift up, especially that right shoulder is going to want to lift up. Push it down. If you need to, put the block under your legs. Good, one more deep breath here. And the exhalation brings us back to center. Find your strap or your ring or your towel. And then just hook your foot, your left foot this time. The right leg could be long, it could be bent. And then just start with your bend and lengthens, adding a gentle pulse in if you want when your leg is long. Good, about 2 more deep breaths and then we'll just hug in. And the next time that leg is long, you can just hug it in, you can move it around a little bit. 5 more deep breaths here and then we'll come into our Savasana. Good, and when you're ready, just release the foot, release the leg, get nice and comfortable onto your mat. Feel your spine is nice and long, shoulders grounded, hip bones grounded, relaxing, the feet falling to the side, the hands opening up, and just feeling your energy sink into the earth, just like when we were grounding ourselves, going deep into the center of the earth. And that energy comes up through the heart center, all the way up into the central sun, down back into your heart. Noticing your breath, just focus on your breath. If your mind starts to wander, bring it back to the breath. Good, when you're ready, just start making little movements, wiggling fingers and toes, blinking your eyes. And then bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a big hug. And rocking yourself out into a seated position. Bring your palms to your heart center, your thumbs to your heart. Take a few moments here, just breathing, feeling grounded, feeling centered, sending yourself love, sending the universe love, surrounding yourself in a bubble of just love and joy. And on the next inhalation, inhale, reaching your arms all the way up. Deep breath in, exhale, bring it into your heart center. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining.